Bioluminescence is a unique adaptation that allows plants and animals to produce natural light. From deep-sea creatures looking to lure in their prey to fantastic fungi to keep the prey away, join me, I'm counting down 15 incredible species that light up the world with their bioluminescent abilities. Number 15. The Black Dragonfish. So with a name like the Black Dragonfish, it is one of the most remarkable creatures lurking in the deep sea. Living in the pitch-black waters of the southern subtropical and temperate oceans, this species can be found at depths of up to 6,600 feet, far beyond the reach of sunlight. And despite its small size, with females reaching up to 16 inches and males a mere 2 inches, the black dragonfish has earned a reputation as a ferocious predator. Now, the name black dragonfish reflects that fierce and almost mythical presence it has. Females cloaked in black with 6 distinct stripes stand in stark contrast to their much smaller brown male counterparts. The males lack many of the defining features of the females, such as the sharp canine teeth, the pelvic fins, and a bioluminescent barbel. Weighing just 13 to 15 grams, the black dragonfish may be pretty lightweight, but it survives in one of the harshest environments on the planet. Bioluminescence is the key to its survival. Unlike most deep-sea creatures that use their own natural light as a lure for unsuspecting prey, the black dragonfish can actually see its own light. Its glow is nearly infrared, invisible to most predators and prey, giving it an edge in the darkness. In the total blackness of the ocean's depths, this is a critical advantage, making the black dragonfish an efficient and stealthy predator. Number 14. Hortica Lu. So, with a name like that, cockroaches are often considered some of the most disgusting insects. Their skittering movements and dark, cramped habitats strike fear in homeowners around the world. While the common cockroach is typically associated with filth and pest control, there is one that just might give pause to even the most bug spray ready among us because it glows in the dark. Introducing Hortica Lu, a bioluminescent cockroach discovered in the rainforests of Ecuador near an active volcano. For anyone who thought cockroaches couldn't get any weirder, well, think again. This one lights up. It isn't your typical cockroach, though, the kind that haunts apartments and alleyways. This species lives in a remote volcanic habitat far from human structures. Now, what sets it apart is the ability to glow. While most bioluminescent creatures like anglerfish or jellyfish are found deep in the ocean, this is one of the very few land animals that glow. Its light comes from 2 eye-like spots on its back, which it uses not to hunt but to survive. The glowing spots mimic those of a dangerous predator, the click beetle from the Pyrophorus genus. Found in the same environment, this click beetle produces a bioluminescent glow to signal that it's toxic and dangerous. By mimicking the beetle's glow, the cockroach benefits from a form of biological trickery. Predators that would normally devour a cockroach hesitate, mistaking the roach for the poisonous beetle. This light is so convincing that even under analysis, the glow of the cockroach is nearly identical to that of the click beetle. And while bioluminescence is often associated with creatures of the deep sea, this glow of the cockroach is a rare example of light-based defense on land. Due to its specific habitat, though, it is a species that remains elusive, and concerns about its conservation have grown. The volcanic region it calls home may be inhospitable to humans, but it's crucial for creatures like this one. Number 13. The deep-sea anglerfish. The deep-sea anglerfish is one of the ocean's most iconic creatures, known for its terrifying maw and the glowing lure that dangles in front of its head. With her grotesque, gaping mouth full of sharp, inward-pointing teeth, this fish is built to devour whatever comes near. Its jaw and stomach are flexible enough to swallow prey twice its size, and that's a crucial adaptation for survival down there where food is scarce. Now, when people think of bioluminescence, the deep-sea anglerfish is often the first one that comes to mind. Its glowing lure, called the esca, pulses and flickers, drawing in curious fish and other sea creatures. The bacteria inside the lure live in a symbiotic relationship with the anglerfish. The fish provides a safe habitat and nutrients while the bacteria produce the light. Without this bacteria, the anglerfish wouldn't be able to produce the glow. It's essential for its ambush strategies. The fish lives in the darkest parts of the ocean, sometimes as deep as 3,000 feet or more. Now, at those depths, sunlight is virtually non-existent and visibility is near zero. It is a harsh world with little food, and the anglerfish's survival depends on its ability to attract prey. This glowing trickery works exceptionally well in the deep ocean, where light is rare, and the few animals that live there are naturally drawn to any glimmer of illumination. The anglerfish can manipulate that lure, hiding it and revealing it or pulsing the light to attract attention, and once creatures come close enough, the anglerfish snaps down its powerful jaws, consuming its prey in one swift motion. Number 12. Firefly. Fireflies, or lightning bugs, depending on where you're from, are beloved for their mesmerizing green glow. That's a trait they share across more than 2,000 species. Unlike many creatures that use their light to lure in prey, fireflies have a different purpose for their glow. Their bioluminescence serves as a method of communication, primarily for mating. These soft-bodied beetles light up the summer nights in intricate patterns that vary by species, with each firefly signaling for a mate in its own unique way. Over time, this glowing ability was adopted by adults for their lovely courtship rituals. The males fly through the night, flashing their signals to the females resting in the grasses or on trees. In response, a female may flash back, acknowledging that she's interested. This flashing system can be species-specific, with variations in color, timing, and the pattern of the light. The result is a dazzling display that fills the air with points of glowing light to signify summer's arrival. The light produced by fireflies is due to a chemical reaction inside their bodies, a process called bioluminescence. It happens in specialized light-emitting organs located in the lower abdomen of the firefly. Now, the key players in this process are the enzyme luciferase and a chemical called luciferin. When these two compounds come together in the presence of oxygen, magnesium ions, and molecules that provide energy to cells, they produce light. Now, what's pretty cool about this light is that it's a cold light, meaning it doesn't generate any heat. The light may range from yellow to green to pale red, depending on the species, and can be seen flickering in the twilight or deep into the night. One fascinating use of this bioluminescence in fireflies goes a bit beyond mating. In some species, like the photurus fireflies, females engage in a form of deception. These femme fatale fireflies mimic the light signals of other species, like the smaller photinus fireflies. When the male photinus firefly approaches, thinking he's found a mate, he becomes the female photurus firefly's next meal. Number 11. Lanternfish. The lanternfish, aptly named for its ability to emit light, is one of the most common and remarkable inhabitants of the deep ocean. Growing up to about 4 inches long, this fish is pretty slender, with a rounded head and large eyes that help it navigate the murky depths. Depending on where the particular population resides, its body color can range from shimmering silver to deep brown or even iridescent blue. However, what truly sets it apart is its photophores, organs that allow it to produce light just like a lantern. These photophores are scattered across the body, concentrated mainly on the underside of its head, body, and tail. The fish can adjust the brightness of these organs to blend in with the light filtering down from the surface, and that's a survival mechanism called counterillumination. This allows the lanternfish to camouflage itself from predators lurking below, who might otherwise spot its silhouette against the faint light from above. Now, one of the most fascinating facts about lanternfish is that each species has its own unique pattern of photophores, and this even extends into gender differences. For example, some species like Diaphis have headlights near their eyes, and others feature photophores around their fins. In many species, though, the males have luminous patches above their tails, while the females glow beneath. This species-specific light arrangement highlights how bioluminescence plays a crucial role, not only in survival, but also in reproduction. The bioluminescence of the lanternfish isn't just for camouflage, though. It does serve an environmental necessity. Deep in the ocean, where sunlight doesn't penetrate, the ability to create light becomes crucial. The weak blue, green, or yellow light emitted from their photophores is just enough to serve purposes without drawing too much attention from larger, hungry fish. Number 10. The fire beetle. The fire beetle belongs to a tribe of beetles called Pyrophorinae, which are a bioluminescent species. These beetles not only live up to that fiery name through their glowing bodies, but also use their light in ways that give them an edge to survive. They possess two luminescent spots located on the posterior corners of their prototum, a shield-like structure behind their head, as well as an even brighter light organ on the ventral side of their abdomen. Now, this abdominal light organ not only becomes visible when they're in flight, creating an awesome glow in the air, interestingly, they can control the intensity of that light, brightening when threatened by predators, which serves as a defense mechanism. The enzyme reaction produces light without generating any heat, which is a characteristic of all bioluminescent organisms. This continuous glow of these fire beetles is a primary defense mechanism. Unlike fireflies, which use the flashing to attract mates, these fire beetles rely on their glow to startle or ward off predators. They glow within tunnels in termite mounds, particularly at night to attract prey like insects, which mistake the glow for a safe light source. Apart from the defense, it's also used for communication within the species. The continuous glow may also provide a camouflage against the night sky, masking their silhouette from predators below through a phenomenon known as counterillumination. Number 9. Green bomber worm. The green bomber worm is a recently discovered deep-sea creature that lives in one of the most mysterious places on Earth, the ocean's midnight zone. It was first found in 2009 by researchers. This small marine worm surprised scientists not only with the unique appearance, but also its extraordinary survival strategy. Now, this worm inhabits the midnight zone, an area at least 8,900 feet below the surface where sunlight doesn't penetrate. This region is pitch black and teeming with predators that lurk in the shadows. It's been recorded off the coast of Monterey Bay, California, living at depths of up to 11,800 feet, making its home in this harsh, inhospitable environment. The worm's light show is a defense mechanism. Now, in the complete darkness of this midnight zone, bioluminescence can be a powerful tool to survive. Their bioluminescence likely functions as a form of counter-illumination to mask the worm's silhouette or distract predators that rely on vision to detect their prey. The name Swimma bomvidiridis is derived from Latin, with the swimma referring to the worm's ability to swim, and bomvidiridis translating to mean green bomber. Now, the name is a direct nod to the worm's spectacular behavior. When threatened by predators, it releases glowing green sacs, or little bombs, which distract the potential attackers. Once detached, these luminous sacs float freely, glowing for several seconds with a bright green light. This sudden burst of light serves as a decoy, confusing predators and giving the worm precious time to swim to safety. Number 8. Dinoflagellates. Dinoflagellates. What the hell are they? Well, they are plankton, and they play vital roles in marine and freshwater ecosystems. These dinoflagellates have intrigued scientists for centuries. Though primarily marine, they're also found in freshwater habitats where their populations fluctuate with factors like temperature and salinity. The bioluminescence of these dinoflagellates is their most striking feature. Many dinoflagellates can emit blue-green light, which is primarily visible during mechanical disturbances, such as when waves crash down or when a swimmer moves through the water. The reaction itself produces a brief flash of light, typically lasting around 0.1 seconds, with a maximum wavelength of about 476 nanometers. These are teeny tiny and lightning fast, but when they gather in the millions, that's when the show really starts. They can gather in astonishing numbers, often reaching concentrations of over 1 million cells per milliliter during algal blooms. When these blooms happen, they can lead to visible changes in water coloration, such as red tides, which are caused by rapid accumulation of specific dinoflagellate species. The light produced by them typically exhibit a blue-green hue, and when conditions are right, the organisms can illuminate large areas of water, creating a captivating, sparkling effect. This phenomenon is most notable in places with dense concentrations like the Bioluminescent Bay in Puerto Rico, Mosquito Bay, and the Indian River Lagoon in Florida. The luminescence serves to startle potential predators, giving the dinoflagellates a chance to escape, and additionally, the flashing light can attract attention to the predator, increasing its vulnerability to higher levels. By emitting light during periods of low visibility, dinoflagellates enhance their survival in a predator-rich environment. Moving on to number 7, the railroad worm. The railroad worm is a remarkable insect, specifically at the larval stage of the species. This creature stands out amongst its bioluminescent relatives due to its unique light-emitting capability. They derive their name from the distinctive pattern of luminescent dots along their body that resemble the lights of a train. The name railroad worm reflects that resemblance. While many organisms emit blue or green light, the railroad worm produces a striking red glow from its head, in addition to several yellow-green spots along the body. The distinct colors of light produced by this worm arise from the specific structural characteristics of its luciferases. The active site of the enzyme in railroad worms is larger and less rigid than that of yellow-green emitting species. The science behind the different colors of this organism is rooted in the energy emitted by light photons. Red photons have a lower energy, about 1.8 electron volts, compared to green photons, which carry approximately 2.4 electron volts. This difference in energy levels influences how various organisms perceive and utilize light in their environments. But no one stays a worm forever, not even the railroad worm. Males transition into adult beetles, while females retain their worm-like form and continue to glow. When disturbed, they tend to grow more intensely, which may serve as both a warning to potential predators and a means of attracting mates. Number 6. Jellyfish. Jellyfish can be found in every ocean on Earth. They come in enough shapes and sizes to make your head spin. With over 2,000 identified species, researchers believe there's as many as 300,000 species yet to be discovered. Approximately 50% of these known species exhibit bioluminescence, illuminating the mysteries of their biology and ecology. Now, the bioluminescence varies among species, producing different colors and intensities of lights, and while many of the organisms emit blue or green light, these jellyfish can produce a range of colors, including red, orange, and even yellow. For example, deep-sea jellyfish often emit red light, which is less visible to many predators and serves as camouflage. But one of the primary uses of the light is for self-defense. When threatened by predators, many jellyfish emit bright flashes of light to startle and confuse their attackers, allowing them to escape. Some jellyfish utilize their glowing abilities to mimic the appearance of other prey, such as zooplankton, luring unsuspecting organisms closer for easy capture. This strategy is effective in the deep sea, where the glow can serve as a beacon in the darkness. By matching light emitted to their surroundings, these jellyfish can blend in with their environment. The light production here is considered cold light like many others, meaning it generates minimal heat, less than 20% of the emitted energy. This efficiency allows jellyfish to maintain their body temp without overheating, which is vital for survival in these aquatic environments. Bioluminescent jellyfish inhabit various ocean zones from the surface to the deep sea and are especially prevalent in the twilight zone, which ranges from approximately 600 feet to about 3,300 feet. Number 5. The vampire squid. The vampire squid, with the scary scientific name Vampiroteuthis infernalis, which translates to mean infernal vampire squid. It's a cephalopod inhabiting the extreme depths of the temperate and tropical oceans on the planet. These mysterious creatures thrive in environments characterized by low oxygen concentrations where most marine life can't survive. The vampire squid's adaptations to such extreme conditions are pretty fascinating, particularly the bioluminescent features. The squid earns its nickname from the dark coloration, resembling that of a traditional vampire, combined with its unique physical characteristics. It possesses large, bulging eyes and a cape-like webbing that connects its arms, giving it a somewhat eerie appearance. Unlike other squids and octopuses, the vampire squid lacks ink sacs, which are typical defense mechanisms in cephalopods. Instead, when threatened, it curls its arms outward and wraps them around its body, creating a protective barrier. If further agitated, it can eject a sticky cloud of bioluminescent mucus from its arm tips, producing a dazzling display of blue light that can last up to 10 minutes. Their bioluminescence is not merely a defense mechanism, it is also crucial for attracting prey. The squid has bioluminescent organs at the end of its retractile filaments, which can be used to lure in unsuspecting organisms. Now, these filaments allow the vampire to manipulate the surrounding environment, agitating bioluminescent protists in the water to create shimmering light that attracts larger prey. On top of all that, the vampire squid has large eyes and optic lobes, suggesting that it has adapted to detect the faint bioluminescent signals emitted by other creatures in the deep sea. This heightened sensitivity allows it to monitor a huge water volume, enhancing its ability to locate potential mates. The evolutionary advantages provided by this capability underscore the significance of light in the dark abyss of the ocean. Unlike many of its relatives that occupy more hospitable waters, the vampire squid has developed innovative predator avoidance strategies to conserve energy. Its bioluminescent fireworks, combined with erratic movements and the ability to appear as multiple targets, make it challenging for predators to pinpoint the squid. And furthermore, its filaments serve a dual purpose, enhancing the ability to detect potential threats and also providing means for escape when necessary. Number 4. Fungi. Fungi are among the most enchanting and mysterious organisms in the world. They're neither animals nor plants, and they possess unique communication methods that remain poorly understood. More than 70 species of fungi are known to emit light, transforming what might seem like a plain and drab organism into mesmerizing displays of bioluminescence. This phenomenon is often referred to as foxfire, primarily happens among fungi growing on decaying wood, creating a magical ambiance in forests across the globe. Scientists theorize that glowing serves multiple purposes, particularly in terms of spore dispersal. Evidence suggests that bioluminescent mushrooms attract insects more effectively than their non-luminescent counterparts. This attraction can significantly aid in the spread of spores, although the overall importance of this advantage is still under investigation. Research has shown that it provides some antioxidant protection to new fungi. A noteworthy study indicated that light emitted by these organisms attracts insects, which may further assist in spore dispersal. The light emitted by these fungi are primarily due to a chemical reaction involving a compound called oxyluciferin, luciferase enzymes, and oxygen, similar to the mechanisms employed by fireflies. The bitter oyster, one of the brightest bioluminescent mushrooms, appears in a dull shade of yellow-beige during the day, but transforms into a dazzling display after dark. This striking contrast makes it one of the most notable examples of fungal bioluminescence. Another well-known species is the jack-o'-lantern mushroom, glows from both its mycelia and its gills under the cap. However, while the jack-o'-lantern emits a soft luminescence, it is essential to exercise caution as it resembles the edible chanterelle, but it is toxic. And interestingly, fungi exhibit a rhythmic pattern to their glowing, akin to circadian rhythms found in other life forms. They generally maintain a 22-hour cycle that adjusts to 24 hours based on environmental temperatures. Now, this cyclical behavior influences the fungi's glow, resulting in heightened luminescence at night. Well, despite all their fascinating qualities, fungi remain one of the world's least studied life forms. With an estimated 1,000 species still waiting to be discovered, researchers are only beginning to unravel the complexities of these organisms. Number 3. Moxia. Moxia is a genus of millipede, often referred to as Sierra luminous millipedes, endemic to the southern Sierra Nevada, Tehachapi, and Santa Monica mountain ranges in California. This rare genus is composed of about 11 species, each exhibiting bioluminescence, a phenomenon that's uncommon among millipedes, of which there are about 12,000 known species. Moxia stands out for not only the ability to glow in the dark, but also for the unique method of bioluminescence involving the production of cyanide. Unlike many organisms we've seen today that use luciferin and luciferase in their bioluminescent processes, Moxia's luminescence arises from a biochemical reaction facilitated by a photoprotein containing porphyrin. This photoprotein is responsible for the glowing effect observed across the millipede's exoskeleton, emitting a light uniformly from all appendages, including its leg, antennae, and body rings. The glow that they produce will intensify when the millipede is handled, making it an even more captivating sight. The evolutionary purpose of bioluminescence in Moxia has been a topic of considerable debate among scientists. A study observed that Moxia specimens exhibited brighter luminance, also possessing larger cyanide glands, indicating a higher level of toxicity. Interestingly, the research indicated that millipedes living at higher elevations tended to glow brighter, leading to the conclusion that the ability to glow might have evolved in response to environmental stresses, such as a hot, dry climate, and was later repurposed as a warning sign. Despite the ongoing research, though, much about the bioluminescence of Moxia remains elusive. Scientists continue to explore the genetic pathways involved in this unique form of luminescence. It serves as a reminder of the incredible diversity of life and the myriad adaptations that organisms have evolved to survive and thrive in. As researchers delve deeper into the world of Moxia, they shed light on the complexities of bioluminescence and the ecological roles of those millipedes. Number 2. Blackbelly lantern shark. The blackbelly lantern shark, also known as the Lucifer shark, is a captivating creature that adds an intriguing dimension to the ocean. Commonly referred to as the Lucifer shark, the family of this species contains some of the only bioluminescent sharks known to exist. They're found in tropical and temperate seas worldwide, and the blackbelly lantern shark inhabits the mesopelagic zone, dwelling at depths ranging from about 490 feet to 4,100 feet. Now, thankfully, the lantern shark reaches a maximum length of just about 18.5 inches, and this is what makes the species particularly fascinating, is its ability to produce bioluminescence through specialized organs. These photogenic organs are located mainly on the ventral side of the shark, allowing it to emit light in a downward direction. Now, this unique adaptation not only enhances its camouflage, but also plays a critical role in its hunting behavior. The camo is essential for evading predators, and it enhances its stealth when hunting for prey. Research conducted on a closely related species suggests that lantern sharks engage in daily vertical migration to follow specific light gradients in the water column, maximizing their predatory efficiency. The distinctive lateral markings formed by photophores could help these sharks identify specific animals in the vastness of their deep-sea environment, aiding in mating and social interaction. The production of light here is controlled by hormonal mechanisms. Hormones such as melatonin and adrenocorticotropic hormones play critical roles in regulating light emission. The specific biochemical pathways involved in this process are still under investigation, with scientists exploring the potential presence of novel photoproteins, or luciferases distinct from those found in other bioluminescent organisms. Number 1. Sheep. The phenomenon of glowing sheep is a striking example of the advancements in genetic engineering. These sheep, modified by a team of researchers at the Animal Reproduction Institute of Uruguay, express a peptide known as green fluorescent protein, which was originally isolated from the jellyfish. Under ultraviolet light, GFP emits a vivid green glow, transforming these ordinary woolly ruminants into extraordinary living specimens. The researchers inserted the gene responsible for producing GFP into the sheep embryos. Once born, these genetically modified sheep exhibit GFP expression in various tissues, causing them to emit green light when exposed to UV radiation. The sheep grow and behave like unmodified animals, but with the added peculiarity of glowing under certain lighting conditions. Now, the primary purpose behind creating glowing sheep is to advance biomedical research. GFP has become an invaluable tool in the life sciences. It's widely used to label and track biological molecules, helping researchers understand various biological processes at the whole body scale. For instance, glowing animals can indicate the expression of specific proteins, facilitating studies on diseases and treatments. Now, while it may seem whimsical or eerie to have glowing sheep, their existence is rooted in serious inquiry. The ability to modify genetic makeup of animals like sheep, cows, and goats opens new avenues for producing valuable substances in their milk, such as therapeutic proteins or even hormones. Since the initial birth of the glowing sheep in October of 2012, the number of these genetically modified animals remains limited. The experiment primarily focused on demonstrating the feasibility of genetic engineering in sheep. However, the ongoing research in this field continues to explore broader implications. While the idea of seeing glowing sheep grazing in pastures might be pretty cool, practical applications and widespread use are still far from reality. The genetic modification process is pretty complex, requiring advanced techniques that are not yet commonplace in agriculture. Moreover, regulatory and ethical considerations surrounding these modified organisms often delay the implementation of such innovations in farming. The glowing sheep represent a scientific milestone rather than a future farming trend. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Thank you to our channel members.